men are charged with the murder of child killer found beaten to death. 3 men were tonight charged with murdering a child killer who was found battered to death after being released from prison when locals uncovered his sick past. David Gott, 54, was jailed for life after brutally killing 17-month-old K.iller Shek in South Wales 33 years ago. He was found dead with serious head and facial injuries on Saturday in his rented council flat in m.urder, 11 miles from where he killed k.iller. The 3 men were tonight charged with his killing. Today Kai's mother Jane Pickthall was shocked by the news he had been murdered and told Mail Online she had no idea he had been killed, but declined to comment further. Gott was released from prison in November and was housed in m.urder last month, but locals in his new neighborhood found out about his sickening past using Google. One said, "He was given a good beating. Some people are saying he should have the same treatment he gave to that baby. An eye for an eye." Gott, who told new neighbors he had served 33 years for killing a soldier, was babysitting for his then-girlfriend when he battered, kicked, and burned the sole of Kai's foot before dumping his battered body under a chest of drawers. He even had sex with the boy's mother after the murder, and it was only the next morning when she found her beloved son dead with a broken arm, torn liver and a fractured skull. Today it emerged that the child killer had been released from prison in November, and he may have been moved 3 times before ending up in the home where he died. He told locals he had served 33 years for murder, but insisted it was because he had shot a soldier and claimed he was a victim of a miscarriage of justice. But it appears residents of m.urder delved further and found out more about his terrible past using Google. Gott was found dead with severe facial and head injuries in his council-owned flat. Villagers are furious that Gott was housed in a council flat in their community. They became suspicious after Gott bragged to them he had served time for 33 years. A local, who did not want to be named, said, "We got to know him quite well since he'd moved in. He used to go on about how he had been in prison for 33 years. He bragged about it. He told us he had shot a soldier, but he told us he had been set up. We were in his flat and saw his middle name was Tracy on the letters he had. We thought that was unusual, so I googled him to see if I could find out what he had done. That's when we saw the details of what he did to the baby boy. We couldn't believe it. It's disgusting. I can't believe we have been living near that. Apparently he's been moved 3 times since he's been out of prison." Word got out then about what he had done. Another woman said, "He then said he had shot someone a long time ago, but we knew that wasn't true. Everyone knew he killed a baby and everyone was talking about it." Neighbors say police have been combing the area and looking inside wheelie bins while forensics officers were photographing the lawn outside his home. Searches are also believed to have been carried out in a river behind the properties. One man said, "They've been looking everywhere. There was a burnt-out car that they were looking at. They've been in our bins and looked in the river as well." Another local said he had spoken to David Gott but had no idea of his crimes. He said, "I helped to move his TV into his house. He's only been here a matter of weeks. He told me that had served 33 years but said he didn't do it. I didn't ask questions. I was away when it happened, so I didn't hear anything, but I'm not surprised. You don't know who is moving into this street anymore. I didn't have much to do with him, but I spoke to him from time to time." The police have been combing all the grass, so it looks like they are looking for a murder weapon. "I've lived nearby for years and it used to be great. We used to have lovely street parties. It's all changed now." The Ministry of Justice today confirmed that there had been a risk assessment before Gott moved in last month. A prison and probation service spokesperson said, "Thorough risk assessments are carried out before deciding on accommodation for offenders released on license. There is an ongoing police investigation, so it would be inappropriate to comment further." Toddler Kai was tortured and murdered in k.iller. Gott, then 21, was jailed for life in July 1985 after babysitting his girlfriend's son K.iller Shek, known as Marky, when he battered, kicked, and burned the sole of the child's foot. The baby's mother, Jane Pickthall, then 23, had been out drinking and left Gott to look after her 2 young children. She arrived home in Caerphilly, South Wales, and had sex with Gott, but the next day she found her son's dead body under a chest of drawers. A murder trial at Cardiff Crown Court heard Gott tried to make the death look accidental. He said at the time the boy had tripped and fallen down the stairs. But pathologist Dr. Owen Williams said the baby's injuries could only have been caused by punching, kicking, falling, being thrown, or a combination of these. Prosecutor Aubrey Myerson QC said while the mum was out, neighbors heard loud noises, including banging and crashes. Ms. Pickthall told the jury how she found Marky dead underneath a chest of drawers in his bedroom. She could see he was badly bruised in the groin area, chest and forehead. Mr. Myerson